You're watching the News Lens. I'm Natangshu Bhattacharya, beginning the bulletin with some very important breaking news coming in. At least 30 children have died in Gorakhpur's BRD Medical College due to suspected encephalitis in the past 48 hours. Several newborns have been reported dead due to lack of oxygen at this point. That is shocking news indeed. Let's go across to Vanit, who's joining us on the phone line. Vanit, this is indeed quite heart-rending here. What details do we have?
Well, as per our details, 30 people died in 2 days at a hospital in Uttar Pradesh, Gorakhpur district, and this has been confirmed by Rajiv Rautela, the district magistrate of Gorakhpur, and he's saying that the deaths are still, the cause of death still need to be ascertained, and a team has been formed in this particular incident, and the team is now being looked after by CMO Gorakhpur, and he has to submit a report as soon as possible. The senior officials or the top officials of Uttar Pradesh government, they are also monitoring this this overall situation in Gorakhpur, and what we are also learning is that Chief Minister's office is also seeking a report from the Chief Secretary that what exactly is happening in Gorakhpur, because if you can remember 2 to 3 days back only, Yogi Adityanath, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, was in Gorakhpur, and he has visited this particular medical college, and he has also assured for what aims in Gorakhpur, and now we are seeing such incident, and what we are picking up from our sources is that this incident happened because of the lack of oxygen, and now the administration is answerable. They have to answer that what exactly.
Yes, Vanit, this is
now. The administration is answerable. They have to answer that what exactly.
Yes, Vanit, this is quite embarrassing for the Yogi Adityanath government here, because not only has it happened in UP, it's happened on the turf of Yogi Adityanath. He was earlier the MP from Gorakhpur, and this comes, if I'm not mistaken, just after the Chief Minister had visited the hospital.
Well, absolutely. This is there's no doubt about it. This is Yogi Adityanath's bastion, and now such things are occurring in his regime, and talking about his particular constituency, because he is still a member of parliament, and this is his constituency, and such things are happening there. And
well, let's go across. Vanit, stay with us. Let's go across to Gaurav Bhatia, who is representing the BJP. Mr. Bhatia, this is indeed shocking, and the fact that it's happening on the Chief Minister's turf.
It is extremely painful as well. You know, I would just want to say that to comment right now without ascertaining the facts would not be proper. But at the same time, if anybody is at fault, if it's a case of dereliction of duty, then we will definitely look into it and take appropriate action. But at this juncture, would not like to comment anything more.
But Mr. Bhatia, wouldn't you share the concern about a lot of people have on seeing these visuals about the state of healthcare in Uttar Pradesh?
No, absolutely. We share the concern, as well as I said that it is very, very tragic and very painful for us to know about it. But since it's a breaking news, we need to ascertain the facts before we make a comment.
Fair enough, Mr. Bhatia, which is why I'm asking a question of the overall picture of healthcare in Uttar Pradesh. You have been a part of this of the BJP for a while now. I'm sure you are also familiar with the situation of healthcare in Uttar Pradesh. Do you feel that there are some systemic lacunae which needs to be addressed, which has probably led to an incident like this, or do you feel that that the overall system doesn't need improvement or doesn't need urgent attention?
No, first of all, you know, on the eve when we are hearing about such a sad news, I would not like to politicize the issue by blaming any government previously in power. I think there is a lot of room for improvement. Mr. Yogi Adityanath, as the Chief Minister, and the concerned ministers have been working to ensure that the overall healthcare system improves in UP, which is the need of the hour. And in this particular incident, I personally feel that we need to ascertain, you know, what the facts are, and then comment after knowing the facts.
Mr. Bhatia, I request you to stay on with me. Pramod Tiwari joins us from the Congress as well. The facts as of now is what we know is that at least 30 children have lost their lives due to lack of oxygen. Mr. Pramod Tiwari, indeed something which is very heart-rending.
No doubt, no doubt. 30 children. When you realize this fact, I'm really pained with this, and they lost their life because if this news is correct, shortage of oxygen, then this is a criminal offense. Criminal offense. This is not negligence. When children were admitted there, their parents were sure that they are admitting them to get the best medical treatment. But if the basic oxygen, which was not supplied because around 60 lakhs or something was not paid to the oxygen supplier company, then this is a very serious matter. These children were virtually killed by the, I must say, a negligence which cannot be forgiven. A thorough inquiry should be done.
But Mr. Tiwari, while yes, Mr. Bhatia from the BJP says it should not be politicized, but as a layman I can't help but be concerned of the fact that if this is the situation in a hospital in the home turf of the Chief Minister, a hospital which had recently been visited by the Chief Minister, there's something really rotten in the healthcare system of Uttar Pradesh.
Yeah. One thing I want to say, who is politicizing this? No one is politicizing this, but if this fact is there, that 30 children are killed in 48 hours, this is a very serious matter. And those who are guilty, those who are responsible for this, they should be taken to task. And that's why I'm asking, there should be a judicial inquiry which should suggest that what precautions should be taken in future that this incident is not repeated.
All right, quite a measured response from you, Mr. Tiwari. Without getting into the political blame game, let's go across to Pankhuri Pathak, who joins us from the Samajwadi Party also. Ms. Pathak, it's clear right now that the situation of health in Uttar Pradesh is something which has been rotting for quite a while now. And this is something all parties need to introspect, and all governments perhaps over the past few years need to share responsibility or accountability for.
That's extremely true, and it's very unfortunate that such an incident has happened where so many innocent lives have been lost. And I don't think it should be politicized in any manner, but the fact that it happened in the CM's home district raises certain questions, considering that he was there 2 days back, and apparently he even visited the hospital. So I think there should be a thorough investigation, because it's extremely disturbing that the oxygen bills were not paid for such a long time. They were due. And this hospital, this medical college, is a very important center where encephalitis patients are admitted, and the entire area, because it is affected by this disease. So this is a very important medical center, and if such an important medical center can face such a big problem and it never came to the notice of the officials, I think it is very shocking. And the way the private company withdrew the oxygen supply, I think they should also be booked for it. There should be a proper investigation, and every person who's involved, who's been careless, should be booked, and there should be a proper inquiry.
But Ms. Pankhuri Pathak, my concern is this not representative of this, as you pointed out, if we just look at this incident as representative of the state of healthcare in Uttar Pradesh, is that a fair assumption to make? And secondly, if it is, isn't this quite worrying as to the state of healthcare in Uttar Pradesh in general?
It is definitely extremely worrying, and since the last few months, since the new government has taken over, we have seen such incidents coming to light time and again. We saw how the ambulances were not available when they were needed. There was a lot of times when these ambulances were being used for private purposes, or when they lacked the required apparatus, where there were oxygen cylinders that were not present. And all these problems are coming out time and again. So I think the health minister also needs to answer for this. And when we were in government, we did our best to upgrade the system, and that is why we got 102 and 108 ambulance system. And there was this report also that came out that said that a lot of emergency situations are being handled properly now that the ambulance system is in place. Okay. And we even saw to it that your medicines and your basic medical tests and your ultrasounds and x-rays and all are done free of cost in government hospitals. So we came out with all those things, but the present government does not seem to be taking healthcare and medical facilities seriously.
Well, stay with us. Let's also listen to more responses that have come in from the ground, from the officials who are supposed to be in charge.
लिक्विड ऑक्सीजन की व्यवस्था होती है मेडिकल कॉलेज में, वो व्यवस्था कल रात में वहां पर डिसरप्ट हुई। इसके बारे में तत्काल ही प्रिंसिपल मेडिकल कॉलेज से हमने बात किया तो उन्होंने इस बात को कहा कि जो सप्लाई उनको वेंडर देता था वो कल रात से उसने नहीं दी, और उसका कारण ये बताया कि उसका कुछ पेंडिंग अमाउंट पेमेंट का था। साथ में ये भी हमने हमारे पूछने में ये भी बताया कि उसका लगभग 70 लाख रुपए बकाया है, जिसका 35 लाख का उन्होंने पेमेंट उसे कल किया है।
Well, this is shocking indeed, and as many parties have put forward the demand, it remains to be seen how the government responds to this tragedy and whether it orders a judicial probe as opposition parties have demanded or not.